Welcome back. This is part 2 of our Chapter 9 test review. We're going to get started with question 8 and then work all the way to question 14. For number 8, you're supposed to find the volume of the regular pyramid. Remember, the volume formula is equal to 1/3 of the area of the base times the height. Or you can simply do area of the base times height and then divide it by 3. You choose. The area of the base is going to be 5 times 5. The height will be times 6, and then we'll divide all of that by 3. 5 times 5 is 25, and then 25 times 6 is 150. And then when we're dividing that all by 3, you should get 50 meters cubed. For number 9, same type of concept. Volume is area of the base times height and divide it by 3. This base is a little bit different though because you have a triangle. So to find the area of this base, you're going to have to do 3 times 1 divided by 2, because that's what a triangle is, times the height, which is 4, and then divide it again by 3. We know 3 times 1 is 3, dividing by 2 is 1.5, and then 1.5 times 4 is 6. So all we're essentially doing is 6 divided by 3, which is 2 feet cubed. For number 10, you're supposed to find the volume of the solid. Again, for these, this is just a regular prism, so it's... Thank you, announcements, for interrupting our video. Anyways, the volume of the solid, this is a triangular prism, so you're just doing the area of the base times height. A lot of people get confused here because they think the base is this rectangle right here. But remember, bases have to be parallel with one another. So really, this 12 by 5 triangle, these are the two bases. So the area of the base would be 12 times 5 divided by 2 because it's a triangle. And then times the height is actually going to be this side right here, which is the 8. So you really don't even need the 13. You would need the 13 if you wanted to find surface area. So now that we've got this, we're going to do 12 times 5, which is 60. 60 divided by 2 is 30. And then 30 times 8 would be 240 inches cubed. Okay. Number 11 was a little different because you had two composite solid, or you had a composite figure, which just means 2 or more solids put together. The first one, you're just doing area of the base, which is 8 times 4 times height, which would be 3. 8 times 4 is 32, and 32 times 3 gives you 96. Okay, but up here, you're needing, once again, the triangle, which would be 8 by 6, so that's going to be 8 times 6 divided by 2, and then times the height, which is going to be this line right here, which is a 4. 8 times 6 is 48. 48 divided by 2 is 24, and then 24 times 4 is also 96. And then you're just going to put those two together. 96 plus 96 gives you 192 inches cubed. Maybe another way to think about that is this triangular prism has the same type of dimensions on the bottom as the rectangular one, just a little bit taller. For number 12, this one was pretty simple. The laptop has a length of 14, a width of 10, and a height of 1. So all you're doing for the volume is area of the base, which is 14 times 10, times the height, which is 1. That'll give you 140 inches cubed. For number 13, this one's a little bit different because right now it's telling you what the volume is and the height. You want to find the area of the base. You've got to work backwards here. Remembering, volume of pyramids is area of the base times the height, dividing it by 3. So what I'm essentially going to do is just plug in the stuff that they give me. I know it says the volume is 144, and it it also tells me the height is 4. So I don't know the area of the base, but I know the height is 4, and I know I'm supposed to divide by 3. Okay, so we're essentially just trying to solve for area of the base. First thing I'm going to do is try to get b by itself. What I can do is do some inverse operations here. So since I see dividing by 3, I'm going to times 3 on both sides, so that these 3's can be canceled out. So now I'm just essentially doing 144 times 3. That gives me 432 is equal to b times 4. And then remember, the opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. So 432 divided by 4 is going to have 108. So the area of the base is 108. And those will be millimeters squared since it's the area of the base. If you need to, maybe pause that one and go back to it again. Just make sure you got it. And then last one, number 14, you are trying to figure out how much it's going to cost to make this solid pyramid sign. Another way you do this is I like to draw a picture just so I can see the pyramid. So it says the base is a triangle with a base of 6 feet by 4 feet, and then the total height of the pyramid is 7 feet. So remember and then it says the wood costs $3 per cubic foot. So remember, volume is area of the base times height divided by 3. We know area of the base is going to be the 6 by 4 triangle, so 6 times 4 divided by 2. Height is 7. Divide all that by 3 to find the volume. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 cut in half is 12. And then we're just doing 12 times 7, which is 84. And 84 divided by 3 is 28. But keeping in mind, we have $3 per cubic foot. This is my volume, 28 cubic feet. So what I'm going to do is to find the total cost, I'm just going to multiply all that by $3, which essentially just nixes out that divided by 3 in the first place, which gives us right back to $84. Okay, this is going to conclude our video on review for Chapter 9. Good luck. Make sure you get to also try the practice test on our class website, and we'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in.